Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Stanek again. I'm still here at the beach. It's nighttime this time, so I thought it might be a good idea for us to take time and do a little craft. Again, we're talking about incredible jobs you've probably never heard of, but I think some of them you probably have. In your bag that you picked up this week at Case Avenue, we provided for you some things to make our craft. And in your bag, if you look, you're gonna have a piece of paper, and it might have, my piece of paper has military personnel. You might have one that says teacher. You might have one that says astronaut. You may have one that says construction worker. So once you pull that out of your bag, your first job is to say, do I know what this person does? Now, for Mrs. Stanek, a military person, I don't know very many people in the military. So I had to take some time and find out what are some of the things that they like to do. The way I did that is I used Google, and I even texted my friend whose son is in the military. And I learned a lot about military people from that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull out our paper, whichever one you have. We're gonna also grab some crayons, some scissors, and some glue, or if you don't have any glue, you can use tape. You're also gonna need your googly eyes. These would be in your bag that we gave you, and your paper bag. And what we're gonna do, very first thing, is we're gonna take our picture and we're gonna go ahead and color it. You're gonna color the face, and then you're gonna color the body. So I'm gonna take a minute and color mine, and then I'll come right back. All right, boys and girls, we have got our military person all colored. As you can see, this is his face, and Mrs. Stanek's just gonna take her scissors and finish cutting out the head. All right, now, I wanna show you what we did here. Mrs. Stanek took a minute, and I cut the body out of my military personnel. I glued the body onto the bottom of the bag. You can see where the flap is. I lifted the flap up and I glued the body on. I made sure the top of the body hit right where the bag flap does. This is the opening of your bag. I also decided I would glue military along the bottom. You don't have to do this part, but I decided I thought I would like my bag to look like that. Now, I had told you we were gonna use some glue, so Mrs. Stanek was having some trouble with her glue. I actually had to improvise. Take off the lid and dip a Q-tip in to get my glue out because it didn't want to cooperate tonight. So Mrs. Stanek's gonna take a little more glue. I'm gonna put it on the very back of my military personnel's head. I'm gonna set my Q-tip down, and then I'm going to take the top of the bag and put my military personnel's head and kind of glue it in. Just pat it down there. All right, and there he is. Now, I'm not finished yet. At this point, we want to go ahead and get out our two googly eyes out of our bag. We're going to get our glue again, and we're going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of each of those eyes. And some more glue on. And there we go. We've made a military personnel puppet. Now, I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and I'm going to move on over to my paper that was in my bag. Remember Mrs. Stanek told you she had to look up some of the things the military personnel do? Well, some of the things I learned is that they support and they participate in military activities, and they also participate in humanitarian efforts, meaning they help people that aren't in the military with things that they are having some problems with. They're able to fix things, they provide support to people, and they help a lot of people. I learned in order to be in the military, you have to be at least 17 years old and graduated from high school, and you have to be able to pass an exam. So those were some things Mrs. Stanek learned. So on my paper, there are 3 questions I need to answer. Military personnel can. What's something they can do? I'm going to get my crayon out and write it down. Military personnel can help. And secondly,